The Nike City Connect event is an event that will last from April 8th up until April 11th at 2 p.m. Eastern, so essentially you have 3 days to get the 15 wins and get yourself these 2 diamonds. Now with that being said, there are certain rules that apply in the Nike City Connect programs, both the Nike City Connect for the first 7 uniforms and then the one for the Washington Nationals uniform. Those are the only teams that are higher than a common overall that are allowed into the event. Looking at both programs, you are going to see that you need a certain amount of parallel XP with certain players from certain teams in order to get stars and complete the original Nike City Connect program. We want to do it inside the event because we get a +1 program star for every win we get, and we need 15 wins, so this is at least 15 program stars towards this program. If you go into the Nike City Connect program for the Washington Nationals, you will see that we also need to collect parallel XP with national players in order to not only get the uniform but also unlock this diamond 85 overall breakout series Anthony Rendon. Last but not least, you go into the featured program and you will see that you need to collect a certain amount of parallel XP with players from certain divisions in order to also get yourself bonus experience. So why not knock out all 3 at once? Unfortunately, the only one that we won't be able to tackle is the AL West unless you're using common players in order to get parallel XP, but I wouldn't advise it. You can do the AL West in a different game mode, whether it's Battle Royale, Ranked Seasons, Conquest, Mini Seasons, whatever it is you like to do. And finally, the reason we want to do all this is besides getting ourselves 3 free diamonds, we're also getting ourselves 30,000 experience minimum. The reason I say 30k minimum is because you might not want to go ahead and complete the entire divisions inside the event. So you might leave 20k experience on the table, but if you do go ahead and complete all of them inside the event, within this event you will be able to get yourself 50 experience and 3 diamonds for free. Before you enter the event and use the simple trick that is losing 1 game on purpose in order to face easier opponents to get your wins a lot faster, I highly suggest you go ahead and check out what player you can get for absolutely free to play in that position without wasting any stubs. So we start off with right field. You can get yourself this Andy Pages from Conquest Nations of Baseball, from Conquest Faces of the Franchise West, and then last but not least, you can get him from Mini Seasons if you do the Playoff Bound mission or the Not Small mission. In center field, we have Luis Matos that you can get from the Nation of Baseball, Faces of the Franchise West, the Playoff Bound mission in Mini Seasons, as well as Not Small. In addition to that, we also have Johnny Damon for center field. You get this card from the featured program, the AL Flashbacks and Legends pack. Michael A. Taylor is the final center fielder that you can get for absolutely free that I have obtained, because you got to remember that these packs differ depending on what you picked when you got the prospect packs. So you might have another outfielder from the Nationals or infielder from the Nationals or even a pitcher from the Nationals that I didn't go ahead and pick up because I didn't select them inside the prospect packs. Now Michael A. Taylor, he is not inside the prospect packs. He's inside the featured program in the NL Flashbacks and Legends pack, and I believe if you went ahead and had the same route as me in terms of picking players, Michael A. Taylor is perfect to have out there because he's going to be working on all 3 programs at once. In left field, we have Billy Williams. Billy Williams, you find him inside the featured program in the NL Flashbacks and Legends pack. Unfortunately for shortstop, unless you selected a player from the prospect pack that played short in one of the 8 teams, which obviously I did not, you don't have a shortstop to actually play for you. So what I highly suggest you go ahead and do, if you're following the same rubric as me, is you look at the AL Central and you say, hey, there's only 1 player available, which I will announce soon, so why not get myself a shortstop from the AL Central, from the White Sox in particular, in order to play this position, or you can go ahead and get yourself a shortstop from the NL Central as well. In third base, we have Blaze Jordan, Nation of Baseball Conquest map. You get the pack, and then inside Mini Seasons in the Playoff Bound or Not Small, go. Jake Lamb is found in the feature program, NL Flashbacks and Legends. You go ahead and select them and you got someone that can play either first or third. At second base, I was extremely lucky to get Jazz, so I have him for second base. But if you did not select somebody from those 8 teams inside any of the prospect packs, since they're not available inside the featured programs NL Flashbacks and Legends or AL Flashbacks and Legends, since I've collected all of them already, you are out of luck, and I would highly suggest, once again, either looking for a player in the NL Central, AL Central, or maybe even the AL East. First base, we got Paul KONERKO. You get him from the featured program, AL Flashbacks and Legends pack. And there's something else that I'm going to bring up, especially if you haven't grinded out the parallel XP for the featured program week 1. At the catcher position, we don't have anyone available at all. So One of the 8 teams has to have a good enough budget catcher that is either a low cost gold or a silver that is a high overall, that's low cost as well, that's glitchy, that we can go ahead and use. An example would be Wilson Contreras from the Chicago Cubs. In terms of the bullpen, we're only gonna have 2 options. We got ourselves Kerry Wood, which you get from Nation of Baseball, and Brian Wilson, where you get him from the featured program NL Flashbacks and Legends pack. Starting rotation, we start off with Robbie Ray, Arizona Diamondbacks. You get him from the Starter Showdown. Once you complete him, he is awarded to you. LD Perez, you get him from the Conquest map, Nation of Baseball, and then the 2 goals in mini seasons. Ryan Nelson, right now you get him from both Conquest maps and then the goals inside mini seasons. AJ Burnett is going to be found inside the NL Flashbacks and Legends. Finally, Fernando Valenzuela, he's gonna also be found inside the NL Flashbacks and Legends. Now, the reason that you want to be using these NL Flashbacks and Legend cards is because you will also knock out week 1 if you haven't started it already, and then get yourself a bonus 500 experience per player that you use from the NL and AL Flashbacks and Legends pack. So it's like experience coming from each and every single direction. You will be jumping through the program and getting packs from all over the place. You're not gonna know what to do with yourself. So the team that I'm entering with, you're most likely gonna have a much better team than me. I'm just gonna be using 2 pitchers from the NL East and then 3 from the NL West in my starting rotation. In terms of the lineup, we're gonna have Jazz leading it off. You could get a Nationals player actually to play second base to even get more parallel XP with National players. I went ahead and picked up Tim Anderson to play short for us, and then Keeper Ruiz to play catcher for us. And then in terms of the bench, I just put whichever golds I have left from whichever division I had left. And then for the bullpen, this is somewhere where you go ahead and store as many National players as you can as well. But if you don't have a lot, and their prices are currently high, so if you have a lot and you would like to sell and make profit, this would be the time to go ahead and do so. This is where I would put a ton of National players, but with the team we got right now and the 1 quit method, we should be able to rack up wins easily and even get people to rage quit easily on us as well. So let's go ahead and hop into 1 game, quit out, and then play the next one. Now, truth be told, you don't even have to quit out. If you are just looking to grind parallel XP and are not looking to grind wins non-stop, you can just play it out each and every single time and you will still be good. That one is going to drop. Michael Taylor's not going to have the speed. Maybe if I dove, but I don't know. It was too risky. Right at Chisholm. Could have easily had a play there. And then KONERKO doesn't have the cannon to go ahead and shoot him out at third. We walk Mookie Betts to face Cody Bellinger. Not exactly what I wanted to do. Wow. I'm not even sure how Cody Bellinger lifted that one up, because in real life you can't do it, but he did it against us. So even though we took the first L on purpose, it seems that this opponent might be trying to do the same method as us, as he doesn't appear to be too bad. And his team is actually pretty good as well. So I'm telling you, a lot of people use this method and they just go ahead, farm easy wins, and keep rinsing and repeating until they get their rewards, and then they're out of events forever. Then Jazz says, hey, you hit one, I hit one too. Blade boom, but let's go, baby. Lefty, lefty. It don't matter to us. 356. 370. That was a shot. Base hit right up the middle for Kevin Youkilis. Now he gets to take Sale out of the game, so I'm happy because of that. That can't score the run. It's just impossible in my opinion. Good cutoff there. And we're shooting third base just in case he tries to be a little sneaky. We strike him out. Strand runners in scoring position. Let's go ahead and get some more runs in. He throws me a knuckle curve. We fight it off. Excellent piece of hitting by Andy. We're going to second base. This is a little risky. That's a good arm right there, but he throws it to the cutoff man. We get a double. He walks us, brings up a pinch hitter. Most likely gonna be Johnny Damon. Pulled it, and it worked out in our favor. Very early on it, but it still worked out in our favor. I should have taken that pitch. It would have been ball 4. I was also thinking of purposefully getting caught stealing just so he would bring the lefty back to face Jazz, and then the lefty would have to face our first, second, and third hitter, and second and third were righties. That would have been a 100 IQ play. I wanted that to be a home run. So, as you can see, even if you purposefully lose one, you're not going to win them all. But the important thing is, we're still working towards parallel XP. And look, this is the beauty about it. Look at all the progress we're making and all of the progress we're working on all at the same time. With that being said, I'm about to head back in here, lose my first one, and continue doing the same method. Have a blessed day and night. Stay positive, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out.